Pei Zion on the very bottom. He's talking about Kovod. The Susa Shorim, page 87, last line. Al Mashihiskul Shol Lerov is David. When Shaul already began plotting, Lerov literally means to ambush, plotting to destroy David. It was his father-in-law. Elo b'nei hakovod, because of honor. Shenema v'taneno hanoshim hamsachos tomar lehiko Shaul balofov. Hear this? Shaul, when he would go out to battle, he would kill thousands. The David be revosov, but David, when he go to battle, he would kill tens of thousands. So that means David is extolled and seen in a greater context than Shaul. Shaul oyein as David me'ayom ahu b'holo. Hear this? From that day, he was already plotting. The moment he heard that, from that day onward, he's plotting to destroy him. You know, we don't even understand how sensitive we are when that seed is planted and it starts festering when it comes to certain things. I'll give you an example. You know, I mentioned the story many times where Moshe Feinstein said something in the book. I saw it, the first edition when it came out. I never read the whole book, but this story is a phenomenal story. Where Moshe, he would always stand for Mizul Soda. So in the city, he's supposed to stand. For Moshe, from the age of his mid-80s, he suffered tremendously in back pain. He would always stand for Mizul Soda, even though it was painful for him. Other people, you're too tired, you stiff well, David, Yoshi, you don't even get up. He would stand up for Mizul Soda. And he always questioned, why does he deserve such excruciating pain? I don't remember the story. So he remembered when he was 16, he learned by Rabbi Zalman Meltzer in Slutsk, who was a Talmud for a short time. Rabbi Zalman Meltzer put out a question to the group of students, Talmidim, and he was waiting for a response, and a person offered an answer, it wasn't correct. And Moshe offered the right answer. When he was 16, Moshe had a fleeting feeling of happiness that the first guy didn't get the answer right. So he should be able to offer his answer. That was it. And he held, because he had that fleeting feeling, therefore he deserved his back pain, his excruciating back pain. That was his evaluation. That was his diagnosis why that was the cause of his problem. Right? Okay? Let's say the first person gave the answer, and the first person gets the glory, and the second one wanted to give the answer and is not going to get the glory. You know something? Like two people apply for a position, and they take one and they reject the other. Although if the first one wouldn't have applied, the second one would have accepted. He has an end for the first person. To a degree, you denied that he denied. Well, what does one thing have to do with it? Doesn't make a difference. You never know what touches a person. If we're going forward, I don't have that because the man doesn't even know that you applied. He doesn't even know you exist. Doesn't make a difference. Shaul heard, when he goes to battle, there are thousands of casualties of the enemy. David, tens of thousands. I mean, David is greater than I am. No, initially, but if you let it simmer a little bit and it touches you, even to a small degree, ultimately, it begins festering. Shaul is still the king. Yeah, okay. But Shaul's still the king. He's the father-in-law. And he's not going to live forever. And it says explicitly that Shaul was humble beyond. He was naturally pure. Shaul was naturally pure. And he was touched. It's interesting. Gemara says that in Chelik, that Ein Adam Miskari B'Benu B'Talmido. People are envious of everybody except your son and your Talmud. And you're not envious of if a person is a true student. Person, you know, your son is outpacing you. Person says, I'm happy. Right. I'm happy. It's not. There's no competition. No, it's because it's an extension of yourself. Your child's an extension of yourself. A Talmud, what? You teach. It's as if you bore that. You father that child. So your student, you see, he's an extension of yourself. But if you see him as other than yourself, then there's a competition. That's the reason why that's the envy. Okay? So the Gemara says over there that Doeg Adomi, who was the antagonist of David, he had pointed out, he said, Yonason, whenever he gives a psak halacha, he's not always right. David, whenever he gives a ruling, never wrong. He has a special siyata dishmaya, always right. He's always b'chav shmai tzalik v'dilchsa. When Shaul heard that, that was the beginning of the end. He already put that nail in David's coffin. He put that wedge in there. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes to David and says, what are you doing over here? What are you making trouble? For what reason? What are you causing? That doesn't make a difference. The moment he went and he pitted David against Yonasan, who's the son, from that day on, the relationship was not the same. The Gemara doesn't cite this pasuk. Okay, to be continued.